So we're going to start off here with 2 blocks, and you're going to take your feet together and knees open, slide the blocks right underneath your thighs here as you lay back for Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, and just start to tune into your breath, just noticing how you're feeling today, what's going on in your hips and your body. And go ahead and cactus the arms overhead, taking the elbows in line with the shoulders. Take a few more breaths, softening the jaw. Letting your knees back together. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice tight squeeze. For half happy baby, catch the inner edge of your left foot, drawing that knee towards your underarm, and then cross the ankle over the right thigh, gently pressing open, or sliding the hands in between the legs for figure 4. As you release, we'll switch sides. Catch the inner edge of that right foot. You can always grab lower down the ankle or the calf. Crossing the ankle over the left thigh, gently pressing the knee forward or gliding through for figure 4. Slowly release the legs and roll off to one side. Press yourself up to the seat. Extend your legs out in front of you. Take the feet about hip-width distance apart with deep bend in the knees and fold your belly over your thighs. Just allow your chest to soften here and then bring yourself back up. From there, we'll take a seated cat-cow. So catching the shins, inhale, pull the chest forward, lift the chin. Exhale as you round the back, tuck the chin. Take a few more rounds like that. Nice fluid breath. And then taking the legs into a wide straddle, take one block in between your legs. On your inhale, lift the left leg up and over the block. Then on your exhale, return back. Switch sides, inhale the right, exhale to return. Continue going with your own breath, keeping that spine nice and long. And then go ahead and add in a second block. Narrow the legs here. This time you're going to lift up, tap to the top of the block, and return back. Switch sides, lift up, tap to the top, and return back. This time, tap to the top, come to the inside of the blocks, tap, and back. Same thing on the other side, alternating. If at any point these levels are too challenging, you'll just do any of the previous ones. So again, lifting up, tap to the inside, to the top, and back down. Moving your blocks out of the way. Stagger your legs at 90-90. You're going to work the front leg here, sitting up nice and tall using the hands to balance. On your inhale, inner thigh activates to lift the leg off the floor. Reach your left hand back, reach up and over, and then switch sides. From there, switch the legs. So again, keeping the legs at 90-90 here, using the hands to balance you. Inhale as you lift the leg, use that inner thigh. Exhale as you lower. Take just a few rounds. Reach the left hand back, and then reach the right hand back. Just getting a nice twist here. Bring yourself up to stand. Standing on your left leg, we'll take bent back knee, warrior 3. So you want your leg to be about parallel to the ground, and on your inhale as you lift up, take the leg out in front of you, keeping that 90-degree bend in the knee. Inhale, sweep back. Exhale to lift up. You can bend the standing leg to make this a little bit easier on the hamstrings. Working a nice fluid motion, switching sides, bending on the way up. Exhale on the way down. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you lower. Keeping that bend in the knee. Really just working on stabilizing that base leg here, the ankle, the knee, the outer hip. It's not about how fast or how far you go, just that you can find the stabilization. This time taking the leg out to the side, so you're working to come parallel to the ground. On your inhale, sweep it out to the side and back up, keeping that 90-degree bend in the knee. Exhale as you go back towards the back of the mat. Working that stabilization again. Don't be afraid to let the upper body move. You're really working that base leg, taking that foot parallel to the ground as you sweep it back. And inhale to come back to the front edge of the mat. Really working on keeping that knee and the ankle on the same plane as you come out to the side. Adding in a block here. Take one block down to the ground. So same thing, you want that 90-degree bend in the knee working parallel to the ground, and then you're going to open up for half moon, pressing your knee back without letting the hip roll all the way up. On your inhale, lift up, reach the block overhead, keeping that leg lifted, that's bent. And exhale, sweep back. Roll the chest open. So notice how my foot comes behind my body here. That's on purpose. Inhale, sweep up, and then switch sides. So lifted leg, 90-degree bend in the knee. Sweeping straight back for that warrior three. As you roll the hip open, the foot comes behind the body. Roll the chest towards the floor. Inhale, sweep the arm high with the block. Exhale as you shift forward. Again, finding your half moon, roll the chest open, keeping that foot behind the body. Rolling back to center, and sweep the arm high. Adding in your strap here, you can also use a resistance band or a sock or a towel. For this one, the strap is just something to hold on to. So you're going to catch the strap with your left foot, keeping the arms out for balance. You want to cross the body to lift the strap up and all the way around, just like we did earlier with that shin bone parallel to the ground. Lift it from the back quadrant out to the left side. Again, lifting up, coming straight back behind you this time. Dropping the strap each time so that you have a little bit extra challenge here. And then back to where you started. Switch sides from there. So the leg that's doing the work is going to cross the body to start. Sweep it up and around just like we did earlier, shin bone parallel to the ground to the back quadrant. Lift it up, take it straight out in front of you, and then straight back. Return back to your starting position. Using the upper body here to help you balance. It's really about finding the stabilization in the lower leg and not so much how much can you keep still through this process. So you're going to want something you can slide on here. A blanket, paper plates on the floor, towels on carpet, or paper plates on carpet. 2 blocks are going to come underneath the hands. 1 foot on the floor, 1 foot on your sliding surface. And we're just going to go straight out to the side, shifting the weight into the standing leg heel. You can take hands on blocks or hands to heart, sinking the hips nice and low. So being careful here, not letting that leg to slide towards the back. You want it to come straight out to the side, turning the toes forward to squeeze the legs back together. Coming into your lunge, straight back. Shifting the weight into the standing leg heel, so the knee is not coming past the toes. Take just a few more rounds here. And from here, we're going to do similar to curtsy squats. So you're going to cross behind you. Again, you want to reach towards the side and not so much to the back. So as you bend, shifting into the heel of that standing foot. And then switch legs. So you can do this hands on blocks, especially if balance is tricky, or if your standing foot, the heel is lifting off the ground, use blocks. Slide off to the side. Use the inner thighs to lift you back up to center. Again, exhale as you lower. Inhale as you lift. Take just a couple more rounds here, really aiming straight out to the side. And then switching to your lunge, straight back. And squeeze the legs back together. Making sure you're shifting into the heel of the standing leg so that you're not taking the knee over the toes. And adding on that curtsy squat. So you're going to cross behind you, sweep out to the side. These are also called speed skaters. One more, and then come back up. From here, we're going to come into half pigeon. You want that sliding surface underneath your back leg. So take your time to set yourself up in a position and then lift the hips. So press the front knee down, use the inner thighs to lift and lower. Keeping the chest lifted over the hips the entire time, and then switch sides. So find your position here. If half pigeon doesn't work in your body, this might be one you just opt out of. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you lower. Using those inner thighs a whole bunch, pressing down through that front shin bone to lift you off the ground. That's all I have for you today. I hope that you really enjoyed this Mobility Monday, and namaste.